Merry Christmas, guys and girls. So what if? Season 2, Episode 3 is the ultimate Christmas treat for Marvel fans. But more than a Christmas episode, it is a marvelously done parody of Die Hard, but of course, with a Marvel twist. We've got Happy Hogan, played by Jon Favreau, as the unlikely hero in this animated blast of an episode, which is a total riot, packed with laughs, heart, and a fresh Hulk twist for the Marvel timeline. So, without further ado, let's ho-ho-ho our way into this awesome episode. Okay, maybe let's not ho-ho-ho, that came out a bit wrong, and maybe Santa should stop saying that. Anyway, let's start. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. What if Happy Hogan saved Christmas? It's Christmas Eve and the Avengers are duking it out with this massive Hulk-like purple beast. But hold up, let's rewind a bit, cause that's what our watcher wants. Back to a couple of hours before this epic showdown, we've got Happy Hogan busy decorating the Avengers Tower with this humongous Santa hat on their logo. Dude's in the middle of this when Darcy Lewis, a clumsy but ambitious intern, barges in. She's got her hands full overseeing the Avengers Gala, which is basically the big Christmas bash happening at the tower. Happy and Darcy are running around making sure this party is nothing short of awesome. But wait, Maria Hill steps into the scene and grabs Happy's attention. He's trying to talk shop about Jarvis being offline and needing to beef up their threat matrix. Maria doesn't have time for it though. She kinda talks down to him and tells him to leave the heavy lifting to the real pros. Naturally, Happy's not thrilled about it and feels like he's been demoted from top-notch security guy to party planner, which to be honest, seemed true at this point. Maria insists he should just focus on the party, saying folks need something to cheer about after the crazy year they've had. Next thing you know, Darcy, who is a bit all over the place, steps out of the tower and ends up letting in the flower delivery. But oops, she also accidentally opens the door for Justin Hammer, the ex-big shot from Hammer Industries. You might remember this party crasher from Iron Man 2. Hammer crashes the Christmas gala with his 3 cronies, and the place goes wild. People are freaking out, and Hammer's being all high and mighty. Interestingly, but not surprisingly, Hammer gives a serious Hans Gruber vibe. And yes, the episode has tons of corny references to the epic Bruce Willis movie. Yep, the OG Die Hard. Meanwhile, Happy Hogan's not in the room, but he knows something's up, cause alarms are blaring and Iron Man sentries are bailing out of their spots only to dive through windows. They're supposed to be aiming at Hammer, but Hammer takes control of them. Their eyes glow red, which, in animated shows, means that they have switched sides and become the minions of the bad guy. Hammer orders them to start shooting at the crowd. Hogan's catching an elevator to scope out of the scene, but it grinds to a halt on the same floor as Justin and his goon squad. Hogan spots Justin, ducks back into the elevator, and overhears him yapping about swiping some gamma-radiated anti-gem serum, basically Hulk's blood. What was Hulk's blood doing in Iron Man's lab? Well, he was trying to see if something could be done about Hulk's anger issues. Hammer's got this crazy but unexpected idea to turn himself into a superhero, one-upping Stark and the Avengers. While Hammer's goons are off cracking a safe, Hogan's playing hide-and-seek in the elevator shaft, climbing up into the vents. Remind me, who else was crawling down the vents of a huge building on Christmas when bad guys hijacked the building? Anyway, he's on the horn with Maria Hill cooking up a plan. Hogan's mission is to sneak into the safe via the vents and grab Hulk's blood. Hill's playing distraction, finding Hammer in Stark's bar. Hogan's in the safe, but finding Hulk's blood is like looking for a needle in a tech haystack. Then the lights flick on, and he's caught red-handed by Hammer's goons. In the chaos, Hogan gets his hands on the vial of blood, but whoops, ends up jabbing himself with it. After Hogan accidentally jabs himself with Hulk's blood, his leg starts bulking up and turning purple, Hulk style. Meanwhile, Hill's in a bind with a busted leg, and at Hammer's mercy, that could not be good for a lady with pride higher than Captain America's moral high ground. She tells Hogan he's got to save the day and the Christmas party, then smashes her radio so that Hammer cannot use her as leverage. Naturally, Hogan's freaking geeking out in some random office, watching himself Hulk out, but in purple. To make it worse, he realizes that he's the only hope for the gala now, at least till the time the Avengers do not show up. First, he tries hitting up Black Widow for help, but nope, she's in a tight spot doing a ballet thing while a former Hydra agent with 18 kills has got her at gunpoint. Next, he rings Tony Stark, but Tony's playing Santa at a mall and brushes off Hogan's calls. Not exactly the backup Hogan was hoping for. Last shot, he calls Banner, but Banner's caught up in a petty squabble with Clint over the last toy at a store. Banner hangs up, and just like that, more of Hogan's body goes full Hulk mode. So the Avengers offer zero help, but Darcy was still trying to be the MVP here. Happy gets in touch with her, and she accidentally sparks an idea in his head about going to the basement and booting up Jarvis to regain control of the tower. But as Happy is making his way to the mainframe, Hammer's goons catch up and corner him. Thinking quick, Happy grabs a roll of spandex and does this wild bungee jump out the window. He crashes back into the building a few floors down, but the pain from the impact triggers the full Hulk transformation. Now we've got a full-on hulked out purple Happy. What do we even call him? Happy Hulk? Hulk Hogan's off the table, obviously. So now we've got Happy looking like a monstrous version of Art from Monsters University, guiding Darcy on how to fire up one of Jarvis's backups. She snags a backup named Werner, but before she can get it running, Hammer's goons scoop her up and drag her to the penthouse, using her as bait for Happy. Happy, being the clever guy he is, sends a fake out in the elevator and crashes the party through the vents. Which is another reference to Die Hard when John McClane sends a dead bad guy down the elevator with a message for Gruber. The goons see this hulked out Happy and decide they are not getting paid enough for this, so they bail. Good decision. Meanwhile, Hammer's making a run for the Avengers armory. Happy catches up just as Hammer suits up in the Hulkbuster armor. It's a full-on brawl. Darcy and Maria finally get Werner up and running. Just when things are heating up, the rest of the Avengers roll in, having sorted their own Christmas chaos. They see Happy in Hulk mode and think he's the bad guy until Darcy sets them straight. Hammer ends up taking a dive out the window, very Die Hard style, but this isn't McClane versus Gruber. Happy, being the good guy, saves Hammer because, hey, it's Christmas and we're all about that goodwill towards men vibe, even if they are bad men. How is Happy Hulk different from Banner's? First off, the most obvious difference. Happy Hulk has a purple hue, and the dude's bald, kinda like the Abomination, even though both the OG Hulk and She-Hulk have got hair. Makes you wonder if tweaking Hulk's blood leads to these wilder mutations, right? In the comic world, the most famous purple Hulk is Norman Osborn, who stole Red Hulk's powers using Super Adaptoid's abilities. Osborn's purple color is never really explained. Super Adaptoid was this android created by AIM using the Cosmic Cube, and it could mimic any superhero's powers. But there's another purple Hulk in the comics that hints at a connection to evil. In Incredible Hulk number 371, Hulk gets possessed by Shanga from the Dark Dimension and turns into Dark Hulk. And yep, he's purple too. At least in the 96 animated series, Back to Happy's Purple Hulk, he's breaking the mold, since it's usually the bad guys turning purple when they Hulk out. But Happy's still fighting to keep his own personality in the mix. Maybe purple does hint at evil, and Happy's just a good enough guy to keep it in check. Whatever Tony Stark did to Banner's blood, it seemed to have paved the way for something like Endgame's Smart Hulk. Happy can still talk as Purple Hulk, which is a big deal. The original Hulk and Abomination weren't big on chit-chat, mainly because they couldn't get a grip on their rage. She-Hulk's the exception. She's got her rage under control, probably thanks to her experiences. Well, that was all in this one. We will continue to explore the other What If episodes as and when they release. So hang around if you want to see more of this stuff. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.